Hi guys, I'm just about to get ready to go to bed. I'm tired, I'm sleepy, it's been a long week, I have a long day tomorrow, and I just wanted to talk about the word support. What support actually means to a lot of people. When it comes to ideas, projects, setting up a new business, taking up something, where does the majority of our support come from? It comes from friends, it comes from family, in some cases not, but that's usually where it comes from the most. It'll also maybe come from clients as well if you run a business. Now, when I talk about support, especially in relation to knowledge, especially in relation to plans that are outside your norm, the support that you normally get comes from people who have no experience or no knowledge in that particular field. And what happens is when we hear that support, go for it, that's a great idea, you're the best, you're really good at what you do, you'll do really well, that advice is coming from the wrong sources. Now, if somebody doesn't know what they're talking about or they're not experienced in it, how can they be able to predict the outcome of your new idea? How can they be able to support a particular opinion on a certain subject? So say, for example, you're a personal trainer and you're putting up a tip on nutrition or training, and the members of your gym or your client base don't actually know too much about nutrition and training. How do you know that if you want to set up a gym that it will do well just because your clients say that it's going to be a great idea, it's going to be amazing, it'll be really good for me, but they have no experience of setting up a business? And this is one of the big reasons why a lot of personal trainers fail in the gym industry when they go to set up their own gyms or their own studios, is they ask their clients, what do you think about this idea? Their clients aren't in the fitness industry, they don't know the market, they maybe aren't in business and don't understand rates, rents, VAT, all that kind of stuff. And the personal trainer fails very quickly and very, very, very fast. But he's confused because he's had all this support that's built his confidence and built his ego to the point where he believes in it. So I want to give you a bit of advice when it comes to getting support on any aspect in life. Go to someone who's been there, done that, worn the t-shirt, so to say. They will be able to tell you straight up whether or not your idea has holes in it, whether or not your idea has particular holes that can relate to mistakes they've made in relation to the same kind of decision or same kind of subject or same kind of business. If you can go with an open heart and an open mind and be prepared for critical evaluation, be prepared to be ripped apart by a mentor, by a peer, say, I'm ready for it, give it to me straight, tell me how it is. Is this a good idea? Is this a bad idea? Hit me up with it. Because you can rest assured that critical evaluation will lead to growth and development. And that growth and development will allow you to be a lot safer. It may save your life. It may save you from going bankrupt. It may save you from a heart attack. It may save you from dying. So you need to be going and seeking out these people that have been there, done that, instead of surrounding yourself in a small circle of people who are not versed on the particular area that you need them to be versed on. So a lot of people need to wake up and just get beyond that. And I see that in the fitness industry day in, day out. Guys, with everything that you do, anything new, anything planned, or any advice or any knowledge that you're giving out, always make sure you check with someone that knows more than you. Is this valid? Is this accurate? Keep yourself right. Because trust me, it will allow your business, it will allow your own development to soar. Critical evaluation on a regular basis is essential. I can't stress that enough. And if you take criticism bad, then be prepared to be miserable, be prepared to fail, be prepared to be paranoid, be prepared to be anxious, and be prepared to be taken over, especially in business, especially in the whole fitness world, especially if you're competing or anything like that. You have to keep an open mind, and you have to be open to evaluation. So I'm going to wrap it up there, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I've got a lot on. I'm going to bring the camera with me and shoot up some stuff. So guys, I'm currently en route to a meeting with regards to some web design work for an upcoming project that I have, and I just wanted to talk about the aspect of fear. So many of us run from fear, whether it's in our business, whether it's in training, etc., etc. But the reality is, whenever you go towards fear, fear is one of the primary ingredients for personal development and growth. What exactly do I mean? Well, think about it this way. Think about you're about to go for a big squat or a big deadlift. Sometimes the fear of that weight crushing you gets you to act in ways that you don't normally act. And with that, you surprise yourself with your level of performance. Now, whenever it comes to business ventures, whenever it comes to personal relationships, etc., etc., sometimes going where the fear is or walking towards it can be the best thing that you can do, instead of sitting on your ass and just avoiding it, just because you want to be certain or you want to be comfortable with your life. So the main sort of essence in what I'm talking about is always look for the development, always look for the blessing, always look for the prize that is associated with that fear. So if you've been avoiding somebody for a long period of time, what you tend to find happens is that you go into a little cocoon, and that fear of approaching that individual gets carried forth into other aspects of your life, other relationships, especially in business, especially in personal life, and you tend to find that you never really train yourself. So look at maybe the top 2 people that you're maybe afraid of contacting right now for whatever reason, and actually go and just face them up straight up. Give them a call, walk by them, go by their shop or whatever it is, go to their gym, and you'll actually see that 9 times out of 10 all the fear that you create is just complete and utter bullshit in your head. So whenever you go there, you find that it's never as fearful as what you thought it would, and you actually open up opportunities for yourself. You open up ease of access to other things that you maybe didn't have before. So there really is a lot of things that can come from going to where the fear is. So that's just something that I wanted to share with you guys, and hopefully you can act on that and take something from it. But for now, I'm going to get on with this journey, and I'll catch up with you guys again soon.
Hello, buddy.
How are you? Good,
Well, big man.
Michael, how's things?
How are you?
Good.
Big Phil's been coming in here for years and years, about 3 years?
About 3 years now, yeah.
About 3 years. We actually have people coming in asking just about what Phil's up to, honestly.
This is my favourite place. I love coming in here. Eamon looks after me very well, and my main man.
Michael, over there doing a bit of cleaning, prepping for Phil.
These guys seriously take their time when they cut your hair. About 45 minutes. They're not like every other barbers where you're rushed in, you're rushed out. So I highly recommend them.
Hey, big man.
Smile, you're on camera. Good.
How's things on you, right?
Good. So today was legs, and we started off with some glute activation work. From sitting around all day on the laptop, the glutes can get pretty sleepy, and it doesn't really serve for an effective leg workout, especially if you're squatting and stuff. So these side steps are an absolutely essential warm-up move for me for turning my glutes on and getting things fired up. We started the leg session with some leg extensions, not normally a move that I would start a training session with, but it's an area that I'm particularly lacking development in, and it does add a little bit of weakness to my knee joint, and my vastus medialis, the muscle on the inside of the quad, is slightly underdeveloped. So I like to start the leg session with these just to get the muscle tissue turned on, and it just increases my awareness of contracting it throughout the session.
After leg extensions, we then went on to some unilateral leg pressing. I love this move for identifying any gross asymmetry in the muscle fibers between adjacent sides of the body. Asymmetry is fairly normal, but gross asymmetry we want to avoid in our physiques. It's basically going to set us up for injury and some postural issues as well. Also aesthetically, from a bodybuilding point, having one side of the body bigger than the other isn't really appealing. So these leg presses are a great way to identify weak spots in the quads. We then proceeded to do some pause squats with some pretty heavy weight, where we went down and basically hold the squat for around about 3 to 4 seconds, and really teaches good breathing practice and the ability to brace the core under stress and load, and that then carries forth into regular squat whenever we go back into it. We then finished the leg session up with some prowler work. We did a lap of large stride followed by a lap of fast sprinting. The large strides really just help open the hips up and the calves. You'll notice I'm working on my tiptoes, and it's a bit of conditioning work. I just sort of like getting the heart rate up towards the end of the leg session, really to just flush out everything instead of just sitting down in a chair and letting my blood pool. So I primarily use this just for a sort of mobility enhancement post-workout protocol, and it works very, very well. Another day at the office.
So guys, I'm here with Mr. Aaron Smith, a good friend of mine down from Dublin. Tell us what you do, Aaron, in 30 seconds.
Okay, so I am a fitness entrepreneur, blogger, vlogger, Snapchatter, YouTuber, Instagrammer from, well, based in Dublin but from Louth originally. But yeah,
He's generated quite a following. So if you had one tip that you could share with all the fit pros that are watching this right now in relation to their business, whether it's mindset, business strategy, what would it be?
Take a chance, because just go for it, because if you don't do it, there's probably hundreds of other people with the same idea that are sitting thinking about doing the same thing, and if you don't do it, somebody else is going to do it.
And is that up here, people fearing what other people think, or why do people not take action?
I think there's a lot of times whereby they fear what their friends think, they fear what their family thinks, they fear what people are going to say about them if they put something up on social media. To be honest, if it was me, I just wouldn't give a shit and just go for it, because if you don't take the chance, somebody else will, and then you're going to be sitting there going, oh, I had that idea, and do you know, and
speed's of the essence.
Oh, hands down, like, you know, being first to market is a huge thing, like, you know, and if you're first to market with a product or with a certain, you know, unique USP, like people will remember you, do you know, because you will be the first to the market, and then everybody else is just copying you, and then it's just like imitation is the best form of flattery. So do you know, when you're looking at other brands trying to emulate you, it's, you know, it's one of those things whereby, you know, you're the first to market, so people will know you straight away. So definitely take a chance, go for what you want to do, and
check him out.
Aaron
Mr. Aaron Smith.
Check it out.
So guys, I'm here with the legend Luke Lehman. Luke owns Muscle Nerds and has come the whole way over from Texas. Luke, how are you, my man?
What's going on, Phil? How you doing, man?
It's great to see him. I've been following Luke for a long time. We've been following each other, talking back and forth on social media, and it's great to actually meet each other face to face. So Luke, based on all the work that you've done over the years, and you've a vast level of experience, if you could name 3 big nutrition, training, mindset tips, whatever it may be, that the general pop overlook, what would it be in your experience?
Okay.
Number 1.
All right, number 1, over-consuming protein. You know, used to be under-consuming protein.
Yeah.
You know, people were eating the RDA for the U.S.
Yeah.
8.8 grams per pound, whatever. Then it went to the other way. Now people are eating like 4.4 grams per kilo. So people are eating 4 or 5 pounds of steak, and they wonder why the uric acid is so high, why they're getting gout and they have achy joints, things like that, right? So make sure that things are balanced, man. They've been demonizing carbohydrates for long enough. You know, so carbohydrates are really big purpose, especially for water retention and holding water in the cell where you need it to make energy, right? So I would say Don't overconsume protein. We typically tell people about 1.25 to 1.5 grams per pound of body weight. Women usually a little bit less than that. Make sure that you're eating enough healthy fats. Okay, getting in a few grams of fish oil, maybe some GLA, a little bit of olive oil, some red palm oil.
Different sources, obviously.
Different sources, yeah.
All the antioxidant profiles, the lipid profiles. And on that point on protein there as well, you know, protein's a shitty fuel source for a start.
It is.
You know, and the fact that as well, you know, appetite-wise, whether it's a masculine phase as well, it'll actually knock appetite and the ability to take calories in, which is a big problem with a lot of people, especially people who are busy and work a lot. So calorie consumption can be a problem in getting them in.
They don't want to waste any time, so when they do before bed, they sit with the laptop in their lap and they do programming until they pass out. They fall asleep.
The pineal glands all messed up.
Completely. That blue light. They're low melatonin. They're all stressed out. Stress depletes serotonin. You need serotonin to make melatonin. You know, nobody's eating carbohydrates. Stress levels are too high, so they can't sleep. They can't manage their circadian rhythm. They're waking up 3 or 4 times at night to feed. You know, they go years and years and they're not sleeping. If you don't sleep, you can't recover.
Yeah, and for those that don't know what serotonin is, it's a neurotransmitter in the brain, and just want to elaborate on what its uses are and what it does.
Well, it's basically it's an inhibitory neurotransmitter. It's basically your antidepressant. Okay, so when people have low serotonin, doctors will typically give them an SSRI, which allows you to build serotonin pools in the brain. So it makes you artificially happy.
Yeah, definitely. So it's important to understand these mechanisms, guys, especially in getting the best out of your muscle building and fat loss. So, guys, I will put the links for where you can get in touch with Luke below, and it's an absolute pleasure to meet you, brother. First time. So guys, I'm here with Mr. Barry Carrigan of Foods for Fitness. As you can see, check out the delicious range of meats. They have everything here from venison the whole way through to turkey sausages, right, the whole way through to turkey rashers, everything, the whole lot. The food is delicious. Barry, tell us about your business. When did you set it up?
The online business set up in January, but Carrigan's is started by my father in 1973, so we're 40 years in business.
There's plenty of experience within the butchery craft. To listen to this guy talk about meat is absolutely fascinating. What do you see the biggest mistake is in the preparation of meat? Is it overcooking it, flavouring it with the wrong stuff?
Everybody's terrified, especially chicken and turkey. You want to cook it and cook it and cook it, and that's the worst thing you can do with chicken and turkey. So,
good.
63 degrees.
63 degrees, guys.
That's what you want for chicken and turkey. Get the probe out.
Get the probe out. Get the probe. Thank you, Barry.
Cheers, Phil. Thank you.